sick of people at ESPN or SportsCenter who think they have their heads on their shoulders but really don't? Well, it's time for the Jimmy the K Sports Show, and we're going to give you the most urgent sports news. Now it's time for the Jimmy the K Sports Show. We are live and edited and giving it to you now. Here we go, friends. How y'all doing out there this great Tuesday evening? I'm your host, Jimmy the K. I'm with you almost each and every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, and I'm glad to be with you again this week. And hopefully that didn't come over the air, but I don't think it did. Oh, man. A great week in sports this week, so we got a plethora of things that we need to go over. I will definitely want to go over the next couple of weeks with you. More than likely, because next week I'll probably end up doing the show during the daytime because of next Tuesday evening we've got other obligations. Basically all next week we've got other obligations all next week. So I'll probably do the show during the day at some point to so that you won't have to miss 2 or 3 weeks of the show. But the week after that, we won't have a show because of other obligations. So more than likely you'll get a 2 or 3 week break without the show. As you can always do, you can go on Ustream. You can follow us on the Facebook page and watch the videos there from months past, or if you go to our YouTube page, because Ustream, after 30 days on the basic, knock you off there. You can go to our Facebook page, just search Jimmy the K Sports Show. You'll find a plethora of shows you can look at, and just go on back for years and years on back, and you can go on from there. Well, now on to the plethora of news, and I'll get into more of that later. But I want to definitely take a look at the sports news that has happened over the last week, which has been a lot. Probably more than what we could expect. But we're going to go over that. We're going to go over lots of good things, got some good subjects, lots of good feel-good stories going on this week that you need to hear about. First off, I want to talk about the deal that sent Juan Uribe to the Atlanta Braves for Carrasco to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Who won that deal? Who didn't? Honestly, as you saw on the Facebook page, if you were one of the viewers that looked at it, 2 for 4 I'm not fond of. The numbers are not pretty. Juan Uribe hasn't been playing quite as well. Carrasco's been playing better. So basically on that deal, I think the Braves may have lost out on the deal. 2 for 4, great deal. I don't know. Dodgers 2 for 4, great deal. I won't know for the next couple of weeks, but a trade's a trade, and things are going to start happening now that we're getting close to the All-Star break. So congratulations to Braves and Dodgers who won that deal. I couldn't tell you right now. If I had to pick right now, I'd say the Dodgers won that deal, but at the end of the season, I may be saying differently. You know what I mean? So, that being said, congrats to those two teams on a 6-player deal that is not worth it, in my opinion. But hey, I'm only a host here. I am only the host. I am only here. How about the Houston Texans? They were picked as the team selected to be in HBO's Hard Knocks. So, that's a good deal if you're the Houston Texans. It's going to give you exposure in the media. The biggest problem is with the floods the last few weeks, the production crew may have problems getting there unless they can find a boat or an ark. So, with that being said, hopefully they can find one or the other. Otherwise, they might be floating their way to production for the HBO Hard Knocks. But that ought to be a good Hard Knocks. The Houston Texans have improved over the last year. They improved last year over the year before under a new head coach. They're only going to get better this year. The draft, they went quite well, and I feel like they did quite well in the draft. So with that being said, they pretty well have got this thing nailed down. Hard Knocks is one of those TV shows that follows only the good football teams, and we'll follow them for several weeks to come. And we'll get to see the Houston Texans as they battle each other through OTAs and so on and so forth. So congratulations to the Houston Texans on being picked up for the HBO Hard Knocks. All right. Now to the NBA Finals. You know, we knew the Cavs were going on last week. We didn't know that the Warriors were moving on. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. It will be a Cleveland Cavaliers versus a Golden State Warriors championship. Who do you got? Who do you got from the NBA Finals there? The NBA Finals right now, and my bet, if I had to be a betting man, which I'm not, because it seems like every time I would make a bet, I would lose the money. But when I don't make the bet, I make a heiny load of money. So at this point in time, my bet is on the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games. The Cavaliers have done so much better through that from the first month of the season on. The Cleveland Cavaliers started off very poorly. And there was talks about, you know, the coach being canned because him and LeBron were getting into it, and LeBron wanted to be the coach and all this other hooey pooey. And after that first month, things started to click. You know, there was a few months when things didn't look like they were going to click, and LeBron looked a little upset at times. But with that being said, LeBron James and crew have proven that they can go above and beyond. And honestly, I picked them in 6 games over the Golden State Warriors, even though Stephen Curry is one of those players that can really light up the NBA. So, you know, they'll have to key on Stephen Curry, and the Golden State Warriors will have to be equivalent to the Cleveland Cavaliers, because believe you me, the curse of Cleveland not having a championship in a long time has probably been lifted, because my pick is the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games. As of today, that's who I've got. You know, I bet $100 on that, and I probably lose. So who do you got? I mean, it's an NBA. Some people care, some people don't. Many of y'all follow the All About Sports Zone Facebook page. We need to send our thoughts and prayers out to Leah Still. She is the daughter of the Bengals defensive tackle Devin Still. She's had some serious complications. And as a sports show, as a huge sports fan, I want to know from you, the sports fans of this show, the Jimmy the K Sports Show, and everyone else. I understand that we need to pray for her and stuff like that. But I want your suggestions. With your suggestions, I want to know how we can help this little girl. Praying, I understand we can do, and that's the best thing that we can do right now is pray. But I want to know what we can do more. Can we find other ways to help? Suggestions from you. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, email us, you know, hit us up in the comments section here on Ustream with ideas that you have on what you feel we can do to help Leah Still, the young daughter of Devin Still from the Cincinnati Bengals. So help us out there. We really want to help out. I want to help out. If you want to help out, give me suggestions and let's get this thing rolling. How about the rookie Chichi Gonzalez in his major league debut for the Rangers? This was May 30th, so this was a few days. It's 3 days ago. In his major league debut, he had 5 innings of no-hit baseball. He went 5 2/3, 2 runs on 2 hits, if I'm not mistaken. He really proved to be a first-round pick for the Texas Rangers, and he lit up the Boston Red Sox. You know, he did what he needed to go above and beyond, and by going above and beyond, he did what he had to. Now on to the feel-good story of Josh Hamilton. Josh Hamilton. Sunday, the last time the Texas Rangers did play, as of right now they're probably playing, but the last time that they played, Josh Hamilton on his day off, come off the bench, hit a 2-run double and a walk-off for his first series win for the Texas Rangers. He's playing quite well. Of course, many of you Ranger fans right now are going to be like, well, he's out tonight, maybe tomorrow, with a tight hamstring. So what is my take on that? Well, a lot of people want to bash him for Sunday. Well, he sat out on Sunday. Well, Sunday was the manager's decision. That was Jeff Bannister's decision to have him sit out and have him come off the bench. If you want to take Sunday out on anybody, take it out on Bannister. But, they won the game. And all you people that are griping and complaining about Josh Hamilton having a tight hamstring now and sitting out are probably the same ones that were cheering on Sunday when he won the game. I can almost guarantee you that. Now, what do I think has fueled the Texas Rangers and sparked them over the last 2 weeks to the last month? Honestly, their health. You're going to sit here and go, okay, Beltre's hurt. He got hurt Sunday. You're going to say Josh Hamilton's got a tight hamstring, not feeling well right now. Probably not the best out there. So, healthy-wise, what's fueling them right now? What's fueling them is the fact that they've got these young players that when somebody gets hurt, they're stepping up to do what needs to be done. Sean Tollison gets pushed to the closer role, and he's thriving in that. He had long odds of that happening because 2 years ago he was with the Dodgers, and he got cut. The Rangers picked him up. He was hurt last year. Played quite well, worked his way on up, and by working his way on up, he's thriving as the closer for the Texas Rangers. You got players like Tollison. You got people like Joey Gallo, who's probably more than likely going to step up for the next 2 weeks for Adrian Beltre. You got Prince Fielder being the leader of this club. So you've got a clubhouse that is meshing together that wants this, and that's what's got them within 5 games of first place Houston Astros. That and the fact that they're playing good baseball right now. Granted, they have the errors, they have the things like that, but the truth of the matter is this team is starting to mesh. Once this team meshes together, everyone winds up healthy, i.e., Beltre comes back, Hamilton's completely healthy, you get Harrison back, you get Holland back, you get Martin Perez back. This team becomes a true firehouse to have to deal with. Now, with that being said, as many of y'all have known, the Texas Rangers called up phenom Joey Gallo. Chris Bryant, he was a teammate of his in Las Vegas, and him and Joey Gallo were once roommates. With them being roommates, he knows a lot about Chris Bryant and has a lot of raw power. The problem with raw power for young players like Joey Gallo is the fact that they come with high strikeout rates. Now, John Daniels has basically already said that Joey Gallo is going to get the majority of the playing time for Adrian Beltre while he's out. And while he's out, Joey Gallo's going to get that major league experience that he needs to be able to see major league pitching, to know how to adjust to pitches, to get better or to become that better player and not have such a high strikeout rate, even though he has raw power and he's a great player. So a great call up. And like I mentioned on the page yesterday, the All About Sports Zone Facebook page, if he's just half the player that he was in AAA, the Texas Rangers will be just fine. Now for the feel-good story of the week. The feel-good story of the week, I have to give to the Cleveland Browns for signing a 9-year-old whose Make-A-Wish deal was to sign a contract with the Cleveland Browns. I have to tip my hat to these guys over the Cleveland Browns, as they have went above and beyond. And word is, from all indications, that this young 9-year-old will wind up taking Johnny Manziel's spot, because God knows Johnny football is still not all that great. With that being said, I am your host for this week. I am your host, Jimmy the K. I am glad that you stopped by. And again, next week's show I will definitely post on Facebook and Twitter and all those social media spots to let you know what time I will be airing, so that if I do air during the day, you will have that shot to see me during the day. But other than that, for the next 2 or 3 weeks possibly, we'll be on hiatus due to vacations, due to other obligations, stuff like that. Once we get back, we'll come back in the groove, and we'll hit the floor running. But I'll try to daily post to the All About Sports Zone page. And remember, you can like us on Facebook at All About Facebook.com/All About Sports Zone, or you can like us on Twitter at Jimmy Kersey1, or you can tweet us, or you can email us at allaboutsportszone@gmail.com. That's one word, allaboutsportszone@gmail.com. And until next Saturday, or until next Tuesday at 7 p.m., not until next Tuesday, whenever you see the feed come across. I'm your host, Jimmy the K, and I'm signing off, telling you not to light your hands on fire. And guess what? I will always be a man, because there is no Caitlyn Jenner here. I'm signing off with Ellie Goulding's Burn. Thanks. Until next week, I'm Jimmy the K. Peace out.